Hey ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here, or the return of Theo Bonds in MLB 19, the show. This is Road to the Show with that such man, Theo Bonds, as we're back here for a new season as we start the 2020 season. And of course, in this one, we're not going to have to worry about the, pandemic in this case, as today we're going to be on the field here with the Minnesota Twins at home in our home opener, as the Tigers will host the Twinkies there. And you see the matchups there. Danny Duffy, a former Royal, now with us, is going to be our ace and our number one guy for day one of this long road to, well, of all things, the show. So we're trying to get back to the World Series, as unfortunately last season we came up short, as it was either World Series or bust, and well, we did not make our goal there to the World Series. Now the year before that, we went to the World Series, won a ring, and of course this is, I believe this might be, I think he might have one more season with the Tigers here before he goes to free agency, and we'll see how Bonds does this year. Now the team has been kind of shuffled around some. We got some new faces like Danny Duffy, and then we got some old faces like Bonds himself, and of course Miguel Cabrera still on the squad. But our pitching staff is actually, I would say, it's kind of upgraded in some ways. We got some low, high 70s, low 80s, but I think these guys can do, these guys are gutsy guys. I think our pitching staff is going to be something very special here. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to show you who our pitchers are, because I forgot to put that in here in the video. When I started editing this, I'm like, wow, I did not put that in there. So there's the matchups here today. Adam Fryman for the Twins will be on the hill. 33 starts, 13 and 11 for him, and just under 4 there in his ERA. There you see the manager of the Twins, and of course he is concerned because he knows there's a big bat coming up here today. That not just Miguel Cabrera, but Theo Bonds, as Bonds has quite a few home runs last season. I don't know, somewhere around the 115 home runs for the season. Yeah. So we'll see how he does in that category. And of course, he drove in the most runs here. As you take a look, they made an error there. He did not just have 17 RBIs for the season. He had 170 RBIs for the season. I had to laugh at that when I seen that. But we'll see Bonds up to bat here in the first at-bat of the new season. He gets a base hit that puts him on board and now puts runners in scoring position. Tigers lead by 1, but now they lead by 2, 3-1. As Bonds here hits this one over to the right field line, and that is going to be a double here. It's going to be a slide double as he gets in there safely, no problem there, and gets himself in scoring position. As we take a look at the replay there, nice shot there. As we take a look at Show Track here, showing the numbers there. Something I just love. And I hope, I wish the Madden would have something like that. You know, they have that ASW or whatever it's called. They show that commercial of showing the stats and stuff like that. That's something they need to put into games nowadays. Kind of show those stats for people kind of like myself. I kind of like seeing those stats and seeing the figures and the angles and all that kind of stuff. It works. There's technology out there they can do that, and they can implement that in the game. But I love how MLB The Show shows that off. And as you see that Miguel Cabrera getting a single there, getting himself on board with nobody out on there. So now 2 on, nobody out. Austin Jackson up to bat there. 2 RBI so far for him today in this one. So he's been the one driving in the runs. And he's going to drive in another run here, maybe 2 more runs, as Bonds comes around third. And now we have runners in scoring position now at second and third. So great job there from Austin Jackson, young prodigy there for the Tigers, as now he makes it a 3-run ball game. And the Fryman and his pitching coach are going to have to come out here and talk to him to see what's going on with him. So we stay in the 3rd inning, and we have now a 9-1 ball game with 1 out, 2 on here, and they're going to try to see if they can get the force out there at second. They do so, and of course Bonds gets on board there on a fielder's choice. So he gets there safely as Miguel Cabrera comes up to bat, and his last at bat was a single in this exact inning. And we'll see here a 1-2 day for him so far, as there's 2 out, runners on the corners now. And hopefully we'll see something from Miguel Cabrera as he hits this one there. And that's going to go down the right field side, down the first base line. That's going to be getting Bonds now over from first to third on that single. So nice hustle there, as this team is pretty well documented here in the series. We've been following it from the beginning. They've been doing pretty well there, getting those extra base hits and moving guys over and getting guys in score positions, so guys like Austin Jackson can step up and do something. So Austin Jackson up to bat here. We've seen he really started this rally here in the third inning. It's 10-1 as runners on the corners now, and then we'll see Austin Jackson hits this one up the middle. That's going to bring in another run, making it 11-1 here in the third inning. What is going on with these Twinkies here? Now, the Twinkies, ourselves, and the White Sox are pretty much the heavy favorites, as the Indians and Royals really didn't make too many shakes there. But, of course, things can happen on this long road of 162. And, of course, we're going to be trying to make some changes here with our ball club. Like I said, we made some changes in our pitching. And also, too, I think we need to worry about some outfielders here, as we got some we're short on outfielder help. And that's going to be an issue if we don't change that here pretty soon, as Bonds here gets a hold of this one here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one's going to sky out to out to left center field. And that is going to be a double there for him, as it's 13-2. Here at Comerica. It's a beautiful day here, as the fans are getting behind the team here and trying to rally up the team and trying to get a rally going, try to extend this lead now, as of course we're well above 10 runs here. And we'll see if Cabrera hits this one out there. That's going to sky out there to center field, and that should be it for the inning, as that is a catch, and that is a wrap up the inning. So a big inning there for us, as again, we just tack on some more runs, and we'll see how this goes here as they go ahead and take the first game. Final score 13-2 in this one. Nice job there, especially on opening day. Bonds had a really good day himself, as he was 4 for 5 in this one, with 2 doubles and 3 runs scored. And the ball club is showing what they were capable of all pretty much last season until we had some hiccups there in the playoffs. So hopefully things will change as we go along here, and hopefully in the right direction for us to be a contender here in this division. Like I said, it's going to be a tough spot for us in this division, because the Twins and the White Sox have made some pretty good changes to their lineups, and they could, with the exception of today, I think we kind of shocked the Twins. They wasn't really expecting. To be quite honest, I was playing this, I wasn't really expecting it myself. I thought it was going to be a closer game than it was. So we'll see how things go here as we get ready for game number 2. And here we are, day 2, or actually we took a day off there, but we're back here just 2 days later for game 2. As we'll go to the bottom of the first. Now we're down by 3, and Bonds has a hitter's count 3-0. That's going to be a chip shot there. That is going to go to the second baseman for a quick 4-3 put away. And that will retire Bonds there with 2 out now. So go now to the bottom of the third. Bonds up to bat. And there you see 0 for 1. He grounded out there in the first, as he's up to bat here again. And of course, the fans here in Detroit love Bonds. There's been a love-hate relationship. Of course, you've been following the series here now. Of course, Max is no longer here. And we'll see Bonds there. Oh, there's a runner going to take off, but the runner gets picked off at second. So that takes away a run, a potential run for us. And now Bonds is going to be up to bat still in this at bat here now with nobody on. But yeah, like I said, this has been a love-hate relationship here in Detroit. Bonds has been pretty vocal about leaving the city. He wants to move on. A lot of people are saying, he's kind of talking just like his cousin. If you don't know already from this series, his cousin is Barry Bonds. He's a distant cousin. But nonetheless, we'll see how things go with this season. Bonds could easily change his mind if things go right in the right direction, if they can make a good trade somewhere down the line to get some firepower here, and not just with the bat, but also with the pitching. As you see, that is for whatever reason. Oh yeah, for whatever reason they put Danny Duffy in the DH position. I was kind of scratching my head on that one. Bonds tries to take off for second, but he is going to get gunned down And that's going to be the final out in the inning. As we'll take a look here. Did he have a... no, he didn't have a good jump there that time around. Go now to the 5th inning here, down by 1 with 2 out and 1 on. And Bonds here looking to try to get one over the wall here at that 428 sign. But nope, it's going to be stay in the ballpark there. And that'll be it for the inning. So, one left stranded there. It's a 4-3 ball game. As we move on now to the bottom half of the 8th, it's down by 2. 0-2 count here for Bonds, and he's going to hit this one past the shortstop there, making a nice base hit and get himself on board on that 0-2 count. So again, like I said, for whatever reason, he decided to put Danny Duffy, which should be Miguel Cabrera, but I don't know if this is a glitch or something, but hopefully this won't be a continuous thing. Let's just put it that way. Because Danny Duffy is not a hitter, he's a pitcher. We'll see a 3-2 count there for Duffy, and that is going to be a full count for Duffy, but a throw out there at second as Bonds trying to help out his pitcher there in that situation. And unfortunately, that is not going to help us out here as we end up losing this one. And a final score of 5-3 here at home. So we lose our first game at home here. And yeah, it's a tough one there, but it's against a divisional rival, which is even worse. But nonetheless, this is something we're going to have to deal with throughout the season here. I know, talking to Bonds here before the game, you know, he was, you know, he's a winner. Just like if you don't know, he is one of the many sons that Coach Teddy Bonds has. If you guys follow my Highland Scotty series here on the channel, this is one of his eldest, I think, no, his second eldest son. Yeah, he's baby number 2. Yeah, Bonds, you know, he talking to him, you know, he says, you know, he's grown up a lot, and he realized that this is, you know, 100. You can't take every game personally. There's 162 of them, but he knows he has to come out and play on a top level each and every game, and he just got to take one game at a time. And that's just what you got to do here in baseball. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and that's something this young man's learning here as he's in his 5th season in the major leagues. As we now go on now to see here a dynamic challenge here, and if you know from this series, since we started these dynamic challenges here, I don't do so well in these. So 1-2 count. We're down by 5 here already in the bottom of the 1st, so not a good day for pitching. So our bats are definitely going to have to come alive here as Bonds skies this one over to right center field. This one is up, and it is deep, and it is gone. Home run there for Theo Bonds as he has home run number 1 there. A 3-run shot, and that puts him now within 2 of the Twinkies. I almost called him TJ Bonds there for a while there. That's his older brother. That's the baby number 1. But baby number 2 for Coach Teddy Bonds here. Hits a 3-run dinger, and that's the first one of hopefully many now for him this season, as we're just in game number 3 here today. So going now to the bottom of the 3rd, and with 1 out, nobody on here for Bonds. He takes the first pitch here, and he's going to crank this one there high and deep out to left or right center field. This one's going to get caught there in the warning track. Nice catch there from the center fielder. But we take a look here. If we take a look at his numbers here and his speed and all that kind of good stuff there. Chris Sanchez, their top prospect right now for the Twins this season, who's supposed to be making a, you know, he's been making a big splash, big talk about throughout the major leagues. 7-3 now here in the bottom of the 5th, 2-on, 1-0 out, and we'll see 1-0 count here from Bonds as they get the double play, and that retires the inning as Bonds does not help his team out too well there in that at bat, as he is now they're down by 4. See Bonds there, 1 home run, 3 RBIs for the season. He's 1 for 3 in the series with that home run, and back in the 1st inning. And we'll see how things go here today. So 1 for 3 day here for him, as we'll see a 1-2 count. That ball gets away from the pitcher, and can he get there to first on time? Ooh, good pull, good throw there, and a nice job there from their catcher. I don't know exactly what his name is, but the young man has a good arm, and he is able to get Bonds out on that play. So nice job as they go ahead and take the victory here. They take the series 2-1, winning the last two, and they win this one 7-3 here in Comerica. So we got a lot of work to do here. We got, of course, enough time, plenty enough time to turn things around here and get on the right foot. So 1-2 now for the season for these first 3 games. But like I said, a long road. That's what we call it, road to the show. It's a long one, and it's going to, of course, take some time to get where we want to be in the next couple games. So we're going to take a day off, and then, of course, we'll be back, and we'll have that series there, a 2-game series at home with Kansas City, before we go also on to the road for the first time this season and take on two of the really those two teams right there, the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Indians, could be bottom sellers, cellar dwellers, I guess you could call them. They're at the bottom of the division. But we play Kansas City at home, and then we're on the road for the first time there in Cleveland in that 3-game series there. So stay tuned for more MLB 19, the show, Road to the Show with Theo Bonds here on ESGNet, as we get this series back up and running here for quite some time now. So it's been a while since we've had him on the channel, and I'm glad to have him back. So stay tuned for stay tuned for the next episode as we go home or stay home there for Kansas City, and of course go on the road with Cleveland. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Let's still try to get 50 likes for the video here today. Also, not to mention, let's hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification also too, so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. Upload it to ESGNet. You can also follow us on social media, which I'm trying to say, on Facebook, Twitter, and just score the links down below in the description. Check those out. Be a part of the nation that way. Or you can also, well, actually not or, but and you can also be a part of the nation as being a Patreon member. We do have a Patreon page. Check that out. There's some good things, some pretty good tiers there you guys can check out. They all start at the bottom tier starts at $1, and there's some pretty good stuff in there that you get in each single tier there. So it's up to you, but it'll be greatly appreciated if you help out here for the channel. So that's it for Road to the Show with Theo Bonds. As always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.